What's good, guys? Prince Sports here. So I want to get this started. Listen to what the great Michael Jordan had to say about stats.
What impact does your statistical place in the NBA have on you?
Well, that never drove me. I mean, the stats only add up when you put forth the effort and you don't worry about it. You know, good things happen to those people that work hard. If I sit here and play for the stats, I would have never retired in '93. Or I still probably be chasing Wilt Chamberlain's all-time, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all-time scoring lead. I mean, that doesn't drive me. I mean, sure, it defines to some extent for people who don't know me on, 20 years from now would never know who Michael Jordan really is. But based on the stats, he must have been pretty decent. Those are only ways that I look at stats. Other than that, it's all about winning championships and winning. Stats that matter to me is the games that we win and the rings that you collect.
Now, Mike said he pretty much could have broken all records if he wanted to, but that was never his goal. His goal was just to win. All Michael Jordan cared about was winning games and winning championships. The guy played every game like it was his last. He was very competitive, and I don't have to tell you the stories of people that met Michael Jordan and how obsessed this guy was with winning. This guy had a dang and a passion to win. And the only guy that matched his passion to win, probably to date, was a guy like Kobe Bryant. These are guys that I respect, guys that did things from the ground up, carried themselves like a man, didn't pout, didn't cry, didn't have stuff handed out to them. They had to go out there and earn it. And this is what made Michael Jordan Michael Jordan. The fact that he wasn't perceived as a player that was going to be the Michael Jordan that we know today. Nobody thought Michael Jordan would have been having the title greatest basketball player of all time. But through sheer will and determination, rather he had tendonitis in his knees or he wasn't feeling good, this guy came to play every single game. Now, you would never get LeBron James to make quotes like that. LeBron James would never tell you that, winning comes before stats. No, because all he cares about is stats. And here's the stupid part about it. If you play hard and you play the game the right way, the stats will come, okay? It's like the rap game. Follow the money and everything else come along with it, right? That's what 50 Cent said. So it's the same way for basketball. The exact same way for basketball. Those who chase stats always will end up on the losing end more. This is why guys like LeBron got 6 finals losses, underachieved in 20 years. And that's going to be part of your legacy. Part of your legacy is going to be walking around, player movement, and starting the big three. That's a bad legacy. A very tarnished legacy, if you ask me. And there ain't no comparison. We need to have a challenger number 2 come up because LeBron James is almost out of there. And we're going to have a new challenger challenging Michael Jordan for greatest basketball player of all time. LeBron James would be out of mind, out of sight. And his name won't be brought up unless you're talking about stats or a record that somebody else will eventually break. Who knows? It could be Kevin Durant. With this era of basketball, guys break records every 2 damn minutes because it's so easy to do things. Michael Jordan would have loved this era. He'd have been averaging about 40 points a game probably. He'd been probably a 15-time scoring champ. The guy would have had this league on lock. And here's the thing about it. The way Michael Jordan carried himself, he carried himself like a guy that just wanted to win. And he let that be known everywhere he went. Okay, Michael Jordan didn't give you no jive. His personality was his personality. And he displayed it every single time. Even in the top 75 greatest all-time players celebration, Michael Jordan was like, hey, put on your shoes, Magic Johnson, let's get it on. And he stopped laughing from there. All the laughs stopped. You seen how serious Michael Jordan's face was? The guy is a competitor. He just wants to win. And this is why he put his foot on people's neck when he got on top. And he didn't let it go. Now, he's right. If he really wanted to worry about stats, he would never retire. He would have kept on playing probably until he 100 years old, do what LeBron doing, and just get stats. But he knows stats are meant to be broken. Records are meant to be broken. You know, if I say records, not stats. Stats stay with you forever, but records don't. So he knows one thing that you can never take away from him is winning championships and winning, period. No matter what you go do, winning never changes. And it's always the number one goal to why you play sports. Prince Sports out. Peace.